full name and date of birth.
April McLaughlin.
The woman accused of abusing dogs in Chandler arrested for a second time, this time facing even harsher charges.
When the grand jury convened and they listened to evidence in your case, they did find probable cause on a number of offenses.
April McLaughlin, who's gone by dozens of other aliases, was arrested this week and hit with 24 new charges, including 8 felonies. That's on top of the 77 misdemeanors she was charged with last year in Chandler. Back in September, 55 dogs were seized from her home, 5 were found dead in a freezer, and another 5 were later euthanized. On Wednesday, the court issuing harsh restrictions on her as the trial begins.
Given the nature of the offenses, you are ordered to have no contact with animals.
McLaughlin needing clarification on what this meant.
Contact with an animal.
Yeah, no contact with animals.
We stopped by the address where she was arrested in Phoenix this week. We aren't sure if this is where she's been living or was just visiting. But as I knocked on the door, I was greeted with this sound. We aren't sure if these barking dogs have any relation to McLaughlin. No one answered the door. On Wednesday, Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell releasing the details on why McLaughlin was arrested for a second time.
Veterinary evidence that gave more detail as to the severity of the injuries to these animals that allowed us to move forward with these new charges, including the felony charges.
The Arizona Humane Society releasing this statement. We're hopeful that justice will prevail and that McKinley, which is one of April's known aliases, will be punished to the fullest extent of the law. The dogs that were made to live in deplorable conditions while in her care deserve nothing less. Now, during her initial arrest in November, she appealed to keep 13 of the 55 seized dogs, but last week her appeal was denied. The Humane Society is in the process of rehoming these dogs. Now, April McLaughlin is scheduled to be back in court next Wednesday.
Was not expecting to hear dogs barking when you knocked on that door. Stephen Sarabia live in the studio tonight. Stephen, thanks.